Hello, today's video is about Walmart adding or expanding a current pilot program to use iPhones in a self-checkout program. Basically, you're using the iPhone to self-checkout the items you buy at Walmart. Now, I have used the self-checkout feature before, but it was a different feature. It was a station where you went and you scanned your own items and you put them in the bag and you weighed your items and then at the end of the thing you had or a little ways from it you had a person standing there. If you had like questions or something like that, or couldn't work something the way you wanted it to work, kind of like a single individual overlooking like five self-checkout, kind of like a representative, or a customer service representative, I should say. But this is a different feature where you actually can use your iPhone to scan in the barcodes and then use a self-checkout feature. Now, I don't personally have an iPhone. I have an Android device, but this is definitely another step up. I mean, they're expanding it from a pilot program of 70 to more than 200 stores nationwide. And recently, I talked to a cash register at my local Walmart, and they were talking about getting back the self-checkout lanes into the store. Because they're doing remodeling in that. However, I don't think that we're going to be participating in the iPhone checkout, but they'll be getting back to the same self-checkout lanes that we had before, where you could go and check out the items yourself and scan the barcodes and then pay with a debit card. Or you could also pay with cash and coins, because they had a reader, money reader, where you put in the bills and that, and it reads it, and and it says you need to pay X amount more and that. Now these would definitely be an interesting item, to have, because it would hopefully speed up the checkout process. You could have more of these opened and not have to have them manned by an individual. And there'd also be obviously an express checkout. I mean, granted, you could have multiple items. You have like 30, 40 items or whatever, but ideally, the idea of self-checkout is that you have a handful of items. You don't want, and the express lane is full, and you have no problem. Then you just go there and you self-checkout and you pay for your items and you go. So, but I'd like to know if anybody else has used these before, whether or not it be Walmart or in a different store, and what your experience was. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were you afraid that you would make a mistake on scanning the item? Because it had multiple sensors, to check to make sure that the items, in your sack were the items you scanned. In other words, you couldn't, scan one item and put 4 of it in your bag, because, it would, detect that you were kind of scamming it. But let me know what you thought about the iPhone checkout, or even self-checkout, in itself. Leave a comment, in the section below. And if you'd like to create a video response to it, I'm accepting video responses too, and let me know. And as always, there's a link down below to the story that I'm talking about. You can read the story and come back and comment on that as well. Thank you.